If you are dealing with the problem of mold in pots, especially at home, try this natural and effective method. Mold usually appears in the fall and spring season, when there is high humidity, little sun, and the apartments are not yet heated. That time plants need less water. Mold also occurs when we water the plant too much and often. Also, the lack of ventilation and too tight windows favor its development. The lack of a drainage hole in the pot and an additional casing enhance this effect. The excess water cannot drain away and causes mold to grow rapidly. In spring it can be a big problem for owners of young vegetable seedlings kept on the windowsill. Too abundant watering and the appearance of mold contribute to the development of seedling gangrene or its rotting and death. Mold is not only unsightly, but it is also a set of pathogens that gradually weaken the plant. Mold can reproduce quickly and cover the entire surface. To get rid of mold from the pots, use a fungus treatment. First, we remove the top layer of mold, loosen the soil, and then use one of the mold eliminators. The most effective way to get rid of mold is to use ground cinnamon. It has disinfecting, bactericidal and fungicidal properties. Sprinkle the cinnamon over the surface and lightly mix it with the soil surface. In addition, we also sprinkle its top. Cinnamon also repels ants and other insects. The treatment should be repeated once a month. You can use also baker's yeast to fight mold. They fight mold in a pot by competing with the mold pathogen for food. In addition, they provide the plant with natural nutrients, vitamins, and minerals by fertilizing it. The proportion of the solution is 10 grams of fresh baker's yeast and 1 teaspoon of sugar per 1 liter of warm water. Mix thoroughly and set aside for an hour. We water the plant with this solution, systematically but not too abundantly, so that the soil is not too wet again. Another effective method is to use a hydrogen peroxide solution. Not only mold but, you will get rid of many other diseases that affect your plant. Hydrogen peroxide has healing and strengthening properties for the plant. For 1 glass of water, use 1 glass of 3% hydrogen peroxide. Water the soil with the solution. If you want to spray the plants, use the ratio of 1 part hydrogen peroxide to 4 parts water. Baking soda. This specificity not only prevents mold and fungi, but also combats leaf spot, mildew, aphids, and spider mites. For 1 liter of water, add half a teaspoon of baking soda and 1/4 teaspoon of liquid soap, preferably natural or garden soap. Pour the whole thing into the sprinkler and spray the soil. The product is not suitable for long-term storage. You can sprinkle the top of the soil with soda alone. Garlic is also a natural disinfectant. It should be cut into pieces and stuck into the ground. It is going to work after a few hours. However, they should be replaced from time to time because they start to mold themselves over time. You can also use garlic lotion for watering and spraying. Add 4 crushed garlic cloves to 1 liter of water, then boil for 20 minutes. When it cools down, strain and water or spray the soil. If the soil is heavily infected with pathogens, it can be sterilized using an oven. This works not only against mold but also all other diseases and insects, such as e.g. earthworms. It happens that even purchased soil from shops or garden is contaminated. The layer of mold should be removed and discarded, and the remaining soil placed in an oven preheated to 100 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes, stirring occasionally. This way we get rid of fungi, but also eggs and larvae. To prevent mold growth, limit watering, provide adequate drainage, and allow excess water to drain away from the pot. It is good to put the pot with holes on the stand, then it is easy to control excess water.